I don't think so.
Oh, it's amazing. I'll have to send you a link.
Okay.
Anyway.
Do you want to go or should I go?
I don't mind. You can. I
Okay.
can. You can.
Hi, I'm Sora.
I'm Saffron.
And welcome to Strangers in Fiction.
This is going to be a fantastic episode. It is post live show, which is very exciting. At the time of recording, it hasn't happened yet, but I will assume it's gone amazingly.
I'm sure it'll be fantastic.
It will be great. I'm not going to reveal who our guest is yet. Should we? Should we reveal it? It doesn't matter because this is happening afterwards.
This is afterward.
Hopefully, we would have had Ian Sullivan on. And if he did, I'll just dub this over with the correct name if he doesn't turn up. I'd just like to point out, because you're going to see it, I have a mosquito bite on my lip. That's what that is. We all see it. I hate it when I see videos of people that have got like something on their face, like a bit of broccoli in their teeth or something, and they don't address it. I'm addressing it now. We can move on. How have you been?
I've been alright. How about you?
Yeah, mostly good. I've had a couple of days where I've just been like, fuck this, I'm laying down. But today's been good, so we're going to go with that vibe today.
Yeah, today's been really good.
Yeah, good. What have you done so far today?
So far today, I've had my coffee and taken my meds and had a shower.
Nice, those are all very good things.
Right?
Very good self-care day.
Yeah.
So far. Oh yeah, you just reminded me I forgot to take some of my meds, so I'll be doing that after this.
If you're your reminder book, goblins, take your medication.
To make your day more better.
Yes.
Fantastic, I'm so pleased to hear it. And so you have Sea Dog back.
Yes, Jeffrey is
Your
here.
dog's a dog now.
Yes.
Little baby.
He is my baby, and he's staring at me like, Mama, what are you doing? It's okay, Jeffrey. Everything's okay.
No, I'm glad that you have them back.
Yeah, me too.
It makes a big difference since having a dog, because I've often lived with a dog, but there have been periods in my life where I haven't lived with dog, and those have been worse than having dog.
Yep.
There is a significant morale boost having a dog around. I guess some people don't like them, but they're wrong, and that's fine. But yeah, also there's something about having a purpose to getting up in the morning, because I'm like, oh, the dog needs feeding and walking, and she takes meds as well because she's anxious. So I'm like, if I don't get up and do these things for this helpless creature, then that would be terrible. Whereas I don't mind, as I've said every episode basically, I don't mind letting myself down, but letting down little Paisley, not happening, my friend.
Not an option.
Wouldn't do it to her. I'd do it to me, but I regard her a little bit higher than myself. Which is terrible, but it's...
I feel that.
Yeah, so I found that I've been more productive having this creature to get up and do things for, which is hilarious, but it's been great, so yeah.
Yeah. What about you? What does your day look like so far?
Well, fed the dog, walked the dog, medicated the dog, and I've watched 3 episodes of The Simpsons. I have this routine where I'll let her out for a wee, I'll come upstairs with my breakfast, I'll have my breakfast, and I'll feed her, I'll make a coffee, and then I'll watch cartoons, because I'm 31, and I can't do that. So I'll watch cartoons for about an hour while her food goes down, and then I'll take her for half an hour walk or something. And so at the moment it's The Simpsons, because I've worked my way through all of Adventure Time. And I went through a little phase of watching Diners, Drive-Ins and Dives. Now, I say little phase, I watched every series or season that there is on Disney+, which jumps from, season 1 to season 7 to season, 46 or something crazy. So, Guy Fieri's Wait does this. It's wild. And so would mine if that was my job.
Right?
Yeah, so I went through a bit of an obsessive binge of watching Diners, Drive-Ins and Dives, which is great.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's The Simpsons now, and let me tell you, I forgot how fucking funny it is. It is such a. I watched it a lot as a kid, like every day,
Hmm.
and I've been watching some of the newest series, and they're so clever. When you watch it as an adult, you're like, oh my god, I can't believe they got away with saying things like that. Like really, really politically charged stuff.
Hmm.
It is a lot of it. I agree with, and it's very funny. It's kind of like a really muted South Park, where they're kind of like hinting at stuff. They're
Hmm.
not actually saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh, and I've been editing this week's episode of Booked, which will have come out by the time this episode comes out. Um, so I'm editing it a little differently this week, and using the Riverside tools, which is irritating because I like DaVinci, but I'm having to edit it in Riverside, which is fine. It's just taking me a lot longer because I've been having to learn how to use it. So I won't be done with that anytime soon, and I have been working on this week's Spotlight as well, and I ate a lot of sauerkraut. I wasn't on my to-do list. I just went rogue with that one.
I was gonna say, any particular reason for a lot of sauerkraut?
There was just like not enough to leave in the jar,
Mm.
so I had like a portion and a half, which was ludicrous because that's a lot of fermented cabbage to be eaten in a day. Um, I once ate so much sauerkraut that my husband was like, "Can you stop eating that? Because you smell of cabbage." I was eating it like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I got
Oh
obsessed with it.
wow.
I loved it. It was. I mean, I still love it, but I just was like, it will go well with this meal, and treated it like a condiment. And I was eating so much, it was crazy.
Isn't it kind of a condiment though?
It's sort of yeah. It's like an accompaniment. It's not dippable. I mean, you could dip it in the liquid, I suppose, but it's very runny.
Yeah.
I eat it basically every day though.
That's a lot of sauerkraut.
It's delicious. Well, I bought a giant tub of it,
Okay.
and when we were in we were in Costco, and I was like, "Can we buy this giant thing of sauerkraut?" And my husband was like, "Are you gonna eat it all?" And I was like, "You bet your fucking bottom dollar I will." So now I've had to prove a point. So I've been eating sauerkraut every day, and I don't know if that's good. I don't know. I drink a lot of Diet Coke though, so I think I'm killing any of the good bacteria in my stomach. I do love my fridge cigarettes. That's so good. Oh, so that was me today.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So, have you read anything recently that you liked or that you didn't like?
I have. I've been reading um, Fairy Court in Exile, which is the third book of the Servants of the Moon and Sun series
Mm-hmm.
by Joel C. Flanagan Granneman. There's
Gives a
so
special
many
mention
words.
every episode.
Hi, Jeffrey.
Kiss the parents.
I've been reading that like basically a chapter at a time, which is really
Oh.
bizarre. I usually will sit down with something and read it back to back, but I've also been reading a lot of this manga up here
Mm-hmm.
that I have been collecting recently. It is out of print now, and I should have bought it when I was reading it in like 2008,
Mm-hmm.
2009, 2008, 2008. But I never finished it. So I was like, I should reread that manga and finish it because I remember it being really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I have spent way too much money acquiring this out of print manga so that I could read it. And I read uh, like 7 volumes, like 10 volumes in like 3 days. But they're really short. They're really
Okay.
short. I can read one in like half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes less if it's like really gripping.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what I've been reading mostly recently.
Okay, what do you look like when you're feverishly reading something that excites you? Do you get all like close to it, or? How does that go?
Um, I don't know, actually. I've never, like, self-inventoried like that. I've never been mindful about that part of my reading experience. So I
Next
don't know.
time you do, just take a pause and maybe get a mirror or something, and then carry on, and then just
Yeah.
have a little look at that. Just see what that
It's
looks like. I'm curious.
it probably has more to do with how quickly I turn the page
Uh-huh.
and whether or not I mutter anything out loud.
Or like, what the fuck? And things like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I tend to go for the like gormless, mouth open, double chin thing.
Mm.
Do this. Uh, that's when I'm really enjoying something. My whole face just sort of starts dripping down. Not like the inside of my mouth, it's more like the shape of my face or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm.
I know that I will react emotionally to whatever is going on page. You know, if something is funny, I will laugh or I'll smile about it. If something is heartwarming, I'll look touched. If something is, upsetting,
Mm.
I'm right there in it, experiencing it.
Mm. That's nice.
Jeffrey requires scritches.
Do you have the same emotional reaction when you watch television?
Probably, I think.
Have there been any like TV series that you've watched where you've gotten as stuck into it or obsessive over it as you have over a book?
I love you, Jeffrey. You're okay, sweetie. I'm trying to think, and there are only a handful of TV shows that I've ever really like enjoyed on the same level as a book or a book series,
Mm.
and there are only a handful of shows that I've ever watched on purpose, and one of them was the Barchester Chronicles.
I'm so glad it wasn't like Grey's Anatomy.
Right, like something really basic. Jeffrey,
I
you're okay, sweetie. Oh my
never
baby,
what.
you want to come up? Come on, Jeffrey, come up. Okay, let's do it this way. Come up. There we go.
Oh, what a good boy!
That's my puppy.
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, the Barchester Chronicles, and I checked it out from the library when I was a kid
Hmm.
on DVD, and I borrowed my sister's DVD player, like portable DVD player, so I
Hmm.
could watch it by myself and no one else would see it. And I wanted to watch it because it had Alan Rickman in it,
I love Alan Rickman.
right? He didn't show up until like halfway through, but I remember it being just really fun, and like it's a period mini series on like
Oh,
BBC like forever ago.
how funny.
So yeah, I watched that, and I was very invested in it. But I can't think of anything else like off the top of my head. What about you?
I'm a massive TV junkie. I'll get stuck
Mm.
into stuff very easily. I prefer like action filled things, or like not horror-y things, but like mystery, and there has to be a lot of stuff going on for me to want to watch it. Um, or if there is a character that I don't like, I will skip past them, and I don't care if I miss some of the plot. Um, but I'm very excited. Alien Earth is coming out this Wednesday, which will date this recording. But I think it's coming out as like a weekly installment, which would be good
Cool.
because I would binge watch the whole thing and then be spent afterwards. But that is a series based on the Alien universe. But I think it's on Earth, which is different to all the other ones. So uh, I'm very excited. I watched the trailer and cried because I was so excited to watch it. So it better be
Nice.
fucking good, otherwise I will shed tears for nothing.
I
Which would be the first time I could get very emotional about stuff. But
feel
yeah,
that.
I do love. I know. I vaguely remember you saying that you didn't like things like Breaking Bad,
Yeah.
which I
I feel like you
loved
do.
because, as we've established, I love seeing people at their worst. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of a thing. I loved American Horror Story. All of them. The miniseries and it was like standalone. Each episode was a different story, and then like the full series. Love them.
I've never seen them.
Oh, I think that might be a bit much for you.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't seen them.
Yeah. They're not afraid to like be a bit too much. There's a lot of sex stuff in it as well.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that might appeal to you, but
I mean, it does, but like, I don't know that I could deal with the horror elements of it in order to enjoy that part of the experience.
There's a lot of
like,
gimps.
A lot of what?
Gimps.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, there is a scene in I can't remember which season it is. I think it's one of the ones where they have. I think it's like the Coven or something, where they're all witches, and there's this dude who has a gimp in his attic, and he gets attacked, and then they go upstairs to kill the gimp, and he's laying on the floor about to die, and all he can muster is "my gimp," and that lives rent free in my head. He was so concerned for his gimp. It was quite sweet, really.
Cool.
I'll say in the episode. Oh dear.
It's fine, you're not talking about your gimp.
Oh yeah, no, my gimp's fine. He's chilling. Oh, that sounds like too much work. But yeah, I think I have a very similar taste in TV as I do in books. And I find that if it's got a good plot and I find out it's based on a book, I then want to read the book because they're always different. They're never going to be the same. And I much prefer to watch the show or the movie before reading the book, because then I have some context. Because I read like the Dexter books before whilst I was watching the series, and it kept spoiling things for me. And then I was like, hang on, they're supposed to be dead. And then I kept getting confused. So those are two very exclusive activities. I have to get over one before I do the other one. Yeah. I only learned in the last year that Jurassic Park was originally a book.
Yeah, I only learned about that recently too.
Yeah. I think they were released around the same time. Because if I remember correctly, I think it was S.S. Fitzgerald that told me this. I'm sure. That the author had a movie deal before the book was published, and I think it like drowned out the release of the book.
Yep.
Yeah. It's on my to-be-read list, which I will inevitably get to when I'm in my 60s, maybe.
I was gonna say.
When I stop printing books altogether, probably.
Right.
That lost art of printed books.
Yeah.
What have you been up to lately?
Well, the last 3 or 4 days, I have had a meltdown.
Oh.
Like every day, I've just been constantly frustrated and like just crying hysterically.
Sora.
I know. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Don't feel badly for me. It's completely self-inflicted, and it is utterly nonsense. But I'm just that frustrated with this writing project. So.
I don't think that frustration could be self-inflicted, because you're going to get to points where you're putting loads of pressure on yourself, and yeah, that's self-inflicted. But having an emotional response to something isn't a choice that we make.
Okay, that's fair.
You wouldn't have. I think given the option, you wouldn't have cried about it for that long, at least, anyway.
Yeah, I definitely. If I had the option to not be that upset about this thing that I'm writing for that long, I definitely would have done something differently. Yeah. Jeffrey, are you okay, buddy?
He's like, I'm just slowly edging you off the seat. He's like, this is my show now, Mo.
Yeah, I have like a corner of my butt is now on the chair, and it's mostly his chair.
If you slip off in a conversation, can we keep it in the episode?
Yes.
Okay, great. Excellent. God, Jeffrey, keep going.
Yeah, so I have solved all of the problems, believe it or not. All the problems are solved. The logistical problems that I've been fighting with for the last 9 months or so, all of them are solved. And it ended with a whisper, not a bang. And I looked up and I looked around at what I had wrought and said, cool, I hate it.
Okay.
So yeah, the changes that I have made to the story that were necessary in order to get the story that I want also destroy everything that I like about the story.
Such as what?
Um, well, without like spoiling anything super heavily, the tone of the story is completely demolished because of this change. Like, the setting is irrevocably not what I set out to do with it. So I'm contemplating, once again, bringing my alpha reader, my alpha reader friend, in on stuff. We agreed years ago that we wouldn't like talk about the story collaboratively because I didn't want to spoil things for him, because I want his feedback and he wants to, experience the story organically. Phew. But I've had so many problems with it that I could have benefited from having another outside perspective and having another human being to talk to about it. And, this isn't the first time that he's said, hey, look, I can cope with the spoilers. I want to be able to help you with this. And I'm the one who's waffling because I don't want to lose the feedback. And I am not sure how comfortable I am actually collaborating with another person. This has been my project the whole 5 years I've been working on it. So, yeah.
Well, you could set aside a section to collaborate on and then have an agreement to say, like, this is a tester to see if I can work with you, because your relationship with this person as a friend, as a reader, is more important than having them help, if that makes sense. So you could just do like a snippet of it and say, like, look, let's see how this works, because you might get on in so many aspects of life, but then it might be that your creative control gets in the way and then you become somebody that you don't like. So, I mean, there's no harm in giving it a go, and then you're like, okay, anything that happens within this, I don't know what, whether you do a FaceTime with them or whatever, in the confines of this 45 minutes that you set aside to do it, that doesn't come out of that call. Anything that gets said in there, unless it's positive, doesn't come out of that call. And if you both come away from it thinking that'd be nice to do again, then make it bigger. But you don't have to. You don't have to compromise your creativity and your art or your friendship, as long as you do it like little by little.
Yeah. I was thinking about just letting him help me talk through this one problem. Because I'm really stuck, and I've been really stuck for a really long time. And I would prefer to be able to move forward again. And if I can just like onboard him in this one area, because in order to talk about the problem productively, there's so much context that he's missing that he would need to have. So I would have to come up with like a delivery system for that information. I would have to give him that information, and then we could talk about it. And that's a project in and of itself. Just compiling that information. So I haven't decided if I think it's worth it to do that amount of work for that thing, and I haven't decided if I'm ready or willing to try it. So Yeah, that's where I'm at right now with my writing is
I mean,
do I do that or do I not?
I think just give it time and explore it as an option. My dog's barking.
Uh-huh.
Um, letting me know that someone that lives here is here still. Great. So yeah, I can see how that would be frustrating, but at least you have the option of a pathway rather than being like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm supposed to do because there aren't any options.
Yeah.
And that you'll figure out what's right for you. At the end of the day, this is your, I don't know, your heart and soul that you've nurtured for a number of years, and you're gonna know 5 years. It's a long time.
It is.
Yeah, I think it would be worth exploring it. If you can like dip your toe into each option without doing too much work, then just give everything a little try and then follow your gut from there.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about it. I haven't decided one way or the other.
Okay.
It is an option, and I'm entertaining the notion, but I am kind of leading toward no, I don't want to do that because because for the life of this project, it's been by me for me. You know, it and I'm happy that I have someone who is interested in reading it, who is really faithful about reading it. But I don't want to say that I'm really possessive of creative control surrounding it. It's just that the creative control belongs to me, and I don't want to expend energy defending that against other people's opinions. And, you know, that's going to happen no matter who you collaborate with and what level of collaboration you're talking about. People are going to have their own ideas about what direction you should take your project in. And sometimes that might be good because they might think of something that you might never think of.
Yeah.
And that's what I need right now. But I don't want to have to argue about it. I don't want to have to be like, no, I don't like that idea. Sorry.
Could you, in theory, come up with some hypotheticals and then say, I need some options for this thing that's not quite working? If you were in this position, give me 3 or 4 options that you would pick to make this work. And then
That
they
could
know
be a good way.
You might say no to at least one of them.
Yeah, okay. So let me write that down, because I'll forget.
That's giving you the opportunity to be able to practice saying no to people without hurting their feelings.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good idea. Yeah, just saying out of the gate, just give me options. Don't just give me one thing and then, you know, start an argument.
Well, that's the thing, because if they have the one idea and their one like solution for you, then they're going to be fighting that. Whoever it ends up being will end up fighting for their case because they want to help you fix it. And that's all it'll ever be as well. It'll be a case of like, I really want to fix this for you. This is going to fix it for you, and you're going to be like, no, I don't like it. And all they're trying to do is help, but you're also like, please stop trying to help me. I wanted you to help me, but with an idea that I like.
Yeah.
Or an idea that I would have come up with myself. Yeah, it's not. I don't find it that easy to collaborate with people. I've had like a obscene number. Oh my god, I can't fucking speak. An obscene number of people try and help me with the website, and I'm like, nah, you're alright. I'm good, because you're going to have totally different ideas to me, and I don't want to do that. And then also you're beholden to them as well. I don't like that either.
Yeah. Yeah. The idea that collaboration means that they had a hand in that project, so your success is now also their success. It's like, we had one discussion one time. and it gave me an idea that I wrote then a million words of.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that those million words are like ours. Those are mine. Sorry.
Well, that's absolutely excellent point, because it is hard to then draw that line with people, because you want to delicately balance your gratitude for their help.
Exactly.
And also, like, not be a dick, but also you have to be kind of territorial as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. But yeah, definitely I think giving people options or asking for options is probably the safest way to start with something like that.
Okay.
Because then you can say, these are not the options I'm looking for. These are not the... yeah, exactly. Little Star Wars reference. And yeah, just give it a go. Or don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just like struggling to come up with anything else that I could potentially do now, because I'm just waiting for my brain to do whatever it's gonna do to solve the problem of me hating the story that I'm trying to write now, and like, I don't. What do I do? Should I knit a sweater? Like, I don't knit, but I could crochet one. Like, maybe I should just crochet a sweater and wait.
Maybe.
Like, what else do I do now, you know?
Yeah, there's no real fix. There's not an easy fix.
Yeah, I know.
It's not like a binary black and white, like, oh, you just do this thing. It's not mathematics.
Yeah.
It's something where throughout these fortnightly episodes that we've been doing, you are discovering new ways of figuring out what to do next. And each time you do that, you're doing it in a different way. And eventually you'll have this like pocketbook of imaginary fixes, but at the moment you haven't found the fix for this sort of thing yet. And you will, and that'll just go in on my list.
That's what I'm going to call if I ever write a book about writing, that's what I'll call it. A pocketbook of imaginary fixes.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm going to write that down too.
You can have that for free. We don't even have to, you don't have to credit me. It doesn't have to be a collaborative thing. That's yours.
And maybe that's just what I'll call the document that I'll eventually compile of, here's what to do when you're stuck. Sora.
It's your little flowchart.
Stop fucking around.
I've noticed that you've not dressed in period costume yet.
I haven't.
So that's one that you haven't tried.
Right. I did look into getting started on that though. I've
really.
Yes.
That's marvelous.
I hadn't in a while thought about it or looked into it, but I looked at patterns for period garb. So the first step is to get the patterns. The second step is to get the fabric, and then you sew some stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
When you do, just don't even tell me and turn up wearing it.
I'm going to. That's what's going to happen.
That's so good.
Yeah. It'll be like 3 years from now. Hey, remember when we were talking about that forever ago? And you'll be like, no, what are you doing?
I actually was thinking about it earlier.
Oh, nice.
I was like,
cool.
I just looked into it again. That's why I brought it up. I wanted to know.
Cool. What about your writing? How's it going?
I don't want you to ask that.
Okay, that's fine.
No, it's not really done a lot. I've been outlining a horror story that I will be submitting to an anthology in September.
Cool.
It's for an extreme horror collection. So
okay.
I had two. One of them I don't want to share with someone else. As in, like, I want to publish that myself.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say any more about it.
Okay.
In case it doesn't get accepted, and then I will feel embarrassed. But I will let you know. And if it doesn't get accepted, then I'll publish it myself. But is that I've been working on putting the cab stories in an actual like collection so that it's more like a memoir. Just a bit lame, but so it's more like a memoir than come on the journey with me. Because there's a lot of experience that I had just as the pandemic was happening, and then during the height of all the lockdowns and stuff, and then when everything just went back to normal again. And it was really interesting to watch, psychologically, to watch how people changed in that period of time. And I want to document that in some way. So I'm looking into, I'm not looking into, I've started sort of compiling it as a more of an actual like linear story, and trying to group each of the experiences that I had with particular customers and passengers or whatever into those periods of time so that you can see firsthand how fucking weird it was. Yeah. It was really strange. And I can't remember if I spoke about it on this show or not. But when it all sort of kicked off and everyone was, because a lot of my customers were international students that were at schools, and we had contracts with schools and hospitals and all sorts of places. So everyone was going home. They were flying back to their home countries, or they were like going and staying in their apartments in London because they were from rich families or whatever, and we were getting loads of jobs like driving them around the entire country trying to get people in place before people weren't allowed to leave their homes for however long it was. But yeah, I'd feel like it's a unique perspective that even if nobody wants to read it, I think I blocked out quite a lot of that period of time because I wasn't able to see my husband for 18 months because of the travel bans and stuff, and that period of time just doesn't exist to me, and I feel like I need to think about it. So I feel like if I wrote about it, it might be helpful to me. So yeah,
that makes sense.
I'm gonna do that. So yeah, I'm blackout was stagnant at the moment because I'm gearing up to changing formats with the book podcast, which is taking a lot of work. So once that is in motion, I'm going to have a heck of a lot more time in the week to do what I need to do. So I'm hoping I can then set aside like every day a week I was using to edit. I will hopefully then be able to use that to do like things for me, like writing and stuff.
Nice. Sounds good. Yeah. Cool.
I'm trying to think of what else I've been doing. I have reworked the logos for Booked and Idiosyncrasy.
Nice.
So exciting.
I remember you showing me. Yeah.
So that's nice. So I'll be revealing the Booked one with the Booked Lives. That'll be season 2. And Idiosyncrasy, I'm saving that until the new version of the website goes live because I just don't see the point in using it yet.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Have you done any reading lately?
Loads, but it's all been beta reads. Yeah, I'm working through two 400 plus page fantasies, and I finished that political novella I told you about. It was fucking brilliant.
Really you had a weird dream about it.
I had two, in fact.
Yeah. Nice.
Horrible, scary dreams, but it was very good. And what's the other one I'm reading? I was asked to read a short horror fantasy to help develop a book cover for somebody, but that's not due yet, so that's not something that I'm going to be doing yet. Yeah, so I'm going to be reading at an obscene pace from September because I'm going to have a new live guest every week, and I want to try and read at least a book from each person. So I'm trying to get ahead. There are some people, thankfully, who I've already read their work, so that's going to give me a week's break. But yeah, there are a few where I'm like, okay, let's try and find the shortest thing that they've written and I'll read that. So that'll be interesting. to do. Be speeding
Yeah.
through things. There's a huge range of authors as well, so that'd be fun, I think.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then we can just go through and choose which books you liked for me to read, so that you're not then also reading another book for this show.
That'd be good. I'm really excited to. Again, I know this is coming out after the show goes out, but as we're talking right now, I'm really excited to talk about Ian Sullivan's debut with him. Did I say Sullivan or Sullivan?
I don't know.
I don't know what I said. Sullivan. It's with a V. It's with a V. Mad Tapestry, which is a collection of shorts, and it's just every fucking genre you could think of. There's just so much going on. It's fantastic.
Yeah, like, I had a really hard time trying to characterize it or, like, categorize it. And I think what I settled on was it's a fantasy sci-fi satire. It's a satirical commentary on fantasy and sci-fi.
Interesting. Yes, I think that's quite accurate. I feel like the title of the thing is perfect.
It is.
It's perfect.
The cover is stunning.
It's gorgeous. I really, really like it.
Yeah.
That was why it drew me to read it, because I've read some of Ian's stuff anyway, and I knew I was going to like it, but it drew me to read it quickly. Yeah.
Me too. Yeah. Judge books by their covers.
Sometimes. Especially in this scenario, it delivers. It delivers. I'm excited to speak to him about everything, all of the things. I'm interested to know, and I don't want to know yet. I go and listen to the live recording of the show. Okay. Let's not spoil it for people that haven't watched it.
Yeah.
I'm interested to know which stories you're going to bring up.
Same. I've been like trying to guess which ones are your favorites, and I don't know. What?
I bet you'll guess them correctly.
Probably.
I'm excited about that. I think it'd be really good. And he's a good dude as well, so it's going to be a good time. It will have been a good time. It's time traveling. It's wearing me out. Oh, damn. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good time. How long did it take you to read?
I don't remember. I know that I set it down and picked it up several times, just because it's it's a collection of short stories, so it's really easy to do that. You get your closure, you can set it down, go do some other stuff. So I think I read it over the course of a couple of days, but I read it while my husband was here, so he heard me crack up laughing at one point, and that was fun. That was amazing. But yeah, I did read it in a couple of different stints. So, yeah, it was good.
That is the beauty of having short story collections and anthologies, because you can have a natural stopping point, and you can even step away from them for a couple of weeks and come back, and it doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter at all. I'm excited to speak to him about it, or I will have been excited, and it will have been nice. Because when I interviewed him months ago, he had, I think, at least 2 or 3 of the stories in this collection published on his website, but not actually published in book form. So it's really exciting for me to see his progression of, like, here's some of my short stories. Now he's like, here's a collection of them with a sick cover and a fucking epic title, and you can hold it in your hands. That's beautiful. It's very cool. I love seeing stuff like that happen. Something that I'm seeing as well in the indie community is people who are redoing their own covers, like redoing covers and being like, okay, doesn't represent my book. I can speak, I promise. There are so many words I mispronounce, but it's not because I don't know how they're pronounced, it's because my mouth is lazy. It's stressful because I listen back to these recordings and I think, what the fuck are you saying? You know what that word is, just say it. That's garbled fucking nonsense, I say. Ugh, I'm gonna have to add subtitles, I think. Anyway, yeah, people that are redoing their covers because it doesn't accurately represent what you get from a story. And there are two that spring to mind. One of them I haven't read. And I think it's The Arsonist by Tyler Kirk. He originally had quite a plain cover which had text on it, and it was like a maroon sort of background. And then
that sounds familiar.
Yeah, you'll have seen it. It's all over the place. And then had this art commissioned, and then did like a cover reveal sort of situation, and had loads of fantastic feedback from it. And it looks sick, like it looks really cool.
Nice.
And then recently, today, I think, Eamon Bradley, author of The Veil, I think he was one of the co-founders of the Dark Veil Society. He redid the cover for The Veil, and the original artwork was really cool. But, admittedly, having read it, doesn't really accurately represent what you're going to get from the book. And the new art is fucking epic. It's really cool. So if you have the chance, go and look at The Veil by Eamon Bradley. The new cover is sick. It's really, really good. I think it was done by the same artist that has done Molly McCabe's recent novella release, and The Clutter Man by Janelle
Okay.
I say her name wrong every time. I'm sort of sure it's Shiki. Yeah, I'm going with Shiki. It's here somewhere. The clan. But yeah, the cover artist is epic. Really, really good.
Cool.
Yeah, so it really gives the whole like sci-fi, horror, fantasy sort of thing. It makes you really want to read it. Whereas like the original cover, I think it was very cool, but it would have made a better painting or like concept art. And I think he's like rewritten some of the areas of the book that he wasn't happy with. So it's just interesting to see that, because you don't necessarily get that everywhere else.
Yeah, that's not something you see at all in traditional publishing.
Yeah,
really. Yeah.
And it's really cool to see authors be like, I don't like how that is now. I'm going to change it and make it better. And they just do it within a matter of weeks, and then it's better. And I'm like, that's amazing, and you don't have to wait a fucking year for a new edition. Yeah, it's cool seeing people sort of really take their creative control seriously.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
I was thinking about checking out The Veil because I remember you just absolutely raving about it, and I was thinking that we could read it and talk about it at some point. But yeah,
give it a go.
That's the end of that thought. I don't know why I brought it up.
Now there's the new version,
right?
And so because things have, I don't know how much has changed in it, but I might have to flick through it again.
Okay.
Just in case you read, like a different thing happens, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. but that would be cool to like for us to talk about the different editions.
Yeah.
That's a really neat idea. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So future episode idea.
Yeah.
Are you checking out the new cover?
Yeah.
It's sick. It's really cool. I'll see if hang on. I'll superimpose a picture of the cover here.
Nice.
My hand. I'm gonna hold it here just for a second, because if I hold it still, it's easier to put it on top.
I'm still looking for it.
You might have to go on social media. I don't know if it's been added to the listing yet.
Okay. Yeah, it hasn't been added to the listing because this one looks familiar.
Yeah, it should be out by the time this episode goes out, but I think it's only just been resubmitted to Amazon.
Okay.
So I think that takes a number of days to actually go live. Yeah. The dog just hit her head on the table. I don't know if you heard that. Silly dog. Yeah. it's been cool seeing people just, I don't know, continuous development. It's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very sick. Yeah.
Have you got any other news? Anything else going on?
I'm trying to think. Probably. But nothing, like, super definitive. It's all just, like, in the future, this might be happening.
Which could be anything.
Which could be anything. And, like, I don't want to, get people all worked up about it if it's not going to happen at all. So... I know, like, the Coliseum of listeners who give a single fuck about what's going on in my life. Getting people all worked up about it.
I think we have maybe 2 people that listen to this regularly. If that's you, leave a comment, because it looks very lonely in that comment section.
It does.
Tell us what your favourite flavour of ice cream is, and if you're allergic to ice cream, then that's
like lactose intolerant?
Just, I don't know, maybe there's an ice cream allergy that I don't know about. Eggs and cream and things, deliciousness. Uh-huh. Tell me what flavour of ice cream you get sick for.
Yes.
Okay, something to put in the comments there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really curious, retrospectively, how the live show has gone.
Yeah. Same.
Oh, this is funny.
It is.
I don't know what's going on. And if it was bad, then I'll cut that bit out. It won't.
I don't think it'll be bad. I don't think it'll be bad.
It'll be fine.
Like,
the worst thing that will happen is that I'll say something that I regret for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
That's the actual wild card.
The actual worst case scenario is we all 3 of us say something that we regret for the rest of our lives. That is the worst case scenario.
You know it's going to be me. I never have to cut anything out when I'm editing that's come from you.
Oh, really?
I've never, in these months that we've been doing this, I have never cut out a single thing you've said, because you are very good at not saying things that you'll regret for the rest of your life. Whereas I have a blooper reel that would probably ruin me. So...
That's fine.
Mm.
That just means that you're more interesting and bombastic than I am.
Bombastic, yes. Interesting, no. Definitely loose cannon. Filterless.
That's fine.
Traumatized. It's the trauma. I'm blaming it on the trauma. Sometimes it's easier to just say stuff and then go, I don't know why I said that, than it is to keep it bottled up inside. Something really horrible happened. I'm not going to say what it is again. Something really horrible happened to me, and the person who did the horrible thing had committed a crime by doing the thing. And I was at work, and I went, such and such happened to me, and it was like really horrific and horrible, and like nobody asked, but I thought, I'm just going to say it, and I said it, and then there was an investigation, but I didn't mean to. I just sort of said it because I was like, I feel sad because this thing happened, and then it made everything really bad. That's what I do. I just blurt it out because I'm like, I can't deal with that on my own. You got to deal with it now. I don't think it's trauma dumping necessarily. It's more just like sharing is caring. A problem shared is a problem halved. A cry for help. All of these things fall into a very similar category.
Yep.
I'm not athletic enough to be a stand-up comedian. There's a lot of pacing involved. I bet they do a lot of steps. There aren't many comedians that just stand still and not move.
Yeah. You could do the really eccentric thing and have a chair up there and just, like, sit. You could be a sit-ups comedian.
I think that's good. I think I would fall out of the chair. Do you ever? You probably don't. I'm gonna say it anyway. Do you ever like forget that you have to be still sometimes and just like flail just a little bit? Um, or I could like, are you just ever sat on a chair and all of a sudden you're like, whoa, oh shit, I nearly fell off, but you weren't moving.
I can't say that that's happened that I remember.
Oh.
But yes, I do have trouble sitting still disease.
Yes, I get that. I think for me, it's more like my puppeteers drop the strings. That's what it feels like. Oh fuck yeah! I'm halfway down my chair now. I'm not getting up again because it makes an awful noise. So I'm reclined for the rest of this episode. I also didn't fart today. That's good. As I was editing that episode, I'll link it below. As I was editing that episode, I was horrified because I had to keep in the bit where I said I'd farted, but it didn't pick up the sound of me farting. So I told on myself, but I had to keep it in because I went from looking relatively normal to having bright red eyeballs because I was crying with laughter. And I was like, I have to leave it in for the explanation. But I said I farted twice and there was no fart sound.
You could have edited in a fart sound. You could have done that.
I could have done. I have plenty of raw material to record with. Oh dear. No toots for me today.
Good job.
Okay. I'll try harder next time.
Okay. Eat more sauerkraut.
You'd think with all the sauerkraut that I'd be tooting up the storm.
So maybe there is a worst case scenario, like even worse than all three of us say something we regret.
Mm.
Either like there's a bunch of people who show up and nobody engages, or like nobody shows up and we're just. But I don't think that'll happen. I think that we'll, even if nobody else shows up, we will be able to keep the conversation going between the three of us. It'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
It'll be fine. No awkward silence. No dead air.
I'll just rip a fart. One of the dogs will make a noise. I mean, between the three of us, if there's an awkward silence, I'll end it. Not my life. I mean, like the episode. I'll just hit the no more live button. I'll be like, this is shit. Turn it off. I wish I was joking, but I am that impulsive. No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Maybe I'll bring some, or I will have brought some. Do you know what? I meant to say cue cards. My head went White Claws.
Went what?
I had to really, really, really stop myself from saying I'll bring White Claws. Like the seltzer waters.
Oh, okay.
Like there ain't no laws when you're drinking claws. Alcoholic beverage.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to say, and I may well have had claws during that episode. I haven't decided yet. Maybe a bottle of wine. It's going to be early in the day. Fuck it, don't matter. It's going to be a Monday.
Yeah. So cue cards.
Yeah, for myself.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, hang on. What's your favourite colour? If you could be any book, what would you be? Things like that. Things of that nature.
Yeah, I know I've been meaning to make some notes for myself for things that I want to mention and questions that I want to for sure ask Ian. So hopefully I'll do that between now and the first.
Yeah, and remember it's going to be of a varying length, so there's no like specific end time, and if it starts to peter off, we can stop it in a second. Or it might go on for 2 hours. Sometimes that happens. Like,
Cool.
we've been talking for an hour. It does not feel like that. It feels like 20 minutes. Maybe not for the listeners, but it felt like it for me.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you think that's it for the week? Are we good?
Yeah, I'm all caught up.
We're gonna wrap it there.
Cool.
Thanks for joining us today, Book Goblins. We hope you learned something or enjoyed yourself in some way.
In some way.
In some way, I don't know. See, this is where I fuck up. This is where I say really weird shit that I regret forever. Thanks for joining us today. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Please share this video, tell people about it, and we'll see you next time.
And that's where I'll fade the music.